Oklahoma's governor announces new COVID-19 related rules for restaurants.
A long-standing Thanksgiving tradition in Pittsburgh isn't happening this year due to the pandemic. I'm Zach Dodge with the details.
And the new look coming to a Miami, Oklahoma landmark.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Oklahoma restaurants are preparing for a new set of COVID-19 related restrictions. This is KOAM News at 6. Health officials in Oklahoma report a 10% increase in active COVID-19 cases. That prompted the governor today to announce a new round of restrictions on restaurants. Those include a new mandatory closing time.
Also effective Thursday, I'm requiring all bars and restaurants to close at 11 p.m. No in-person service of food or alcohol will be allowed after 11. Except for curbside or drive-through windows. We need to slow the spread of this virus. Data shows that social distancing is harder to maintain as it gets later at night, especially in bars.
The governor is also ordering restaurants to make sure customers are socially distanced by spacing tables at least 6 feet apart. If a restaurant can't meet the distancing requirements, the governor says they should install a barrier between tables. The governor's announcement includes a new set of rules for state employees. They must wear masks when they're working near others, and visitors to state-owned buildings must also wear masks. Missouri lawmakers are pausing work on spending federal COVID-19 funds because of COVID-19. Senate leaders today announced some senators and staffers have tested positive for the virus, but they're not saying how many. The lawmakers are in Jefferson City for a special session. The governor asked them to come back to work on legislation to spend $1.1 billion in federal coronavirus aid. It's the second special session this year. In Kansas, Governor Laura Kelly today said in a virtual media briefing that around 2,000 businesses have been helped so far by the Strengthening People and Revitalizing Kansas, or SPARK program, but 6,000 businesses have applied. The governor said today that with a $20 million budget for the program, not every business will get help, but they're trying to get to as many as they can.
We have taken some incredibly aggressive actions during the course of the pandemic to ensure that as few people are impacted as negatively as possible.
A Thanksgiving dinner that normally brings in hundreds of people in the area won't bring in any this year. KOAM's Zach Dodge explains how the pandemic is impacting the tradition.
A long-standing tradition that normally sees hundreds will have to be skipped this year.
Just for the safety of guests, the safety of people to whom the food would be delivered.
St. John Lutheran Church in Pittsburgh has been serving a community dinner on Thanksgiving since the 80s and normally sees hundreds of guests. But because of rising COVID-19 numbers in the community, they've decided to cancel.
We like to have, people come in and be here and be together and have that opportunity to visit. But we're just not able to do that, and especially in any way to maintain any social distancing.
Pastor Tom Worman says that volunteers were also a consideration, people who normally would spend more than a month getting food prepared.
To put meals together or to cook or things like that, you're just too much in close proximity.
While the event's main purpose is to bring people together, it did fill a need for those less fortunate, something that Worman is confident others will be able to fill.
We're glad that they are here and provide another place for those in the Pittsburgh area who maybe have difficulty making ends meet.
In Pittsburgh, Zach Dodge, KOAM News.
We do have a list of some community Thanksgiving meals on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Brings us to today's KOAM News Now Instapoll. Today's question is, have you made your Thanksgiving plan yet? You can give your answer at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on them a little bit later. Checking in with Nick Kelly now for a first look at the weather. Beautiful day out there considering it's mid-November.
Yeah, and especially after a cold start this morning, we turned mild in a hurry today with highs in the middle to upper 60s. And we're still looking pretty good on the Skywatch Storm Tracker radar network. And in fact, the entire satellite radar composite showing nothing going on in the entire four-state region. We have to go all the way up into about Lake Michigan, where we find one disturbance causing some snow around the areas close to the lake and across parts of Wisconsin and Michigan. Around here, no systems heading our way, so we're keeping quiet at the top of the 6 o'clock hour, but it's getting chilly fast. Most of us in the mid to upper 50s now. We're starting to see the temperatures drop quite a bit, not only because the sun has set, but the breeze that we had throughout the day has really begun to lighten up at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That'll drop us through the 50s and 40s through the midnight hour and ultimately down to another cold start Tuesday morning with lows in the 30s. But we have some more mild days to enjoy before our next chance of rain comes on in. We'll break down the forecast in a bit though.
All right, catch it in. A landmark in Miami, Oklahoma that's sat vacant for years is finally getting a transformation that'll benefit residents and tourists and the city. KOAM's Caitlin Shive has more.
Construction is underway at what was once a vacant gas station in Miami, but will soon become a new local favorite spot as the Ottawa Tribe of Oklahoma transforms it into a triple-threat vintage diner with an ice cream parlor and tea house vibe.
We're going to try to take it back to the nostalgic years of like 50s and 60s where you can come in and play the jukebox, and it's going to have an ice cream bar with the stools and where you can get ice cream cones, homemade malts.
Making sure they give their customers a look back into time.
Good old greasy cheeseburgers and seasoned French fries that we used to remember, you know.
There will also be an outdoor patio, drive-through, and murals painted on the outside that represent Route 66, along with the tribes in the area.
Represent all Native Americans, not just the Ottawa Tribe, but all the natives in this northeast corner as much as we can. We'll have history in our gift shop of different tourist attractions that the other tribes in this area has that they can go see and visit.
Miami Mayor Bless Parker says the project is a great way for the city to reconnect with the tribes.
We're really making it a point to cultivate those relationships, and Ethel and the Ottawa Tribe are doing a great thing for us here, investing in our community.
And bring more visitors to town.
I mean, this is really going to fit well. We have a lot of traffic that comes down Route 66, and we're really interested in capturing as much of that travel, as much of that tourism dollars we can. And when you add stuff like this on Route 66, people are going to stop and they want to see something.
With it being right by the Route 66 fine, and with the city, how they've made the old lanterns as the lighting down Main Street and stuff, it gives it that old time ambiance, and so I think it's going to be a big hit. I really do.
In Miami, Caitlin Shive, KOAM News.
The Pruitt Brothers, a local company, is handling the construction. They hope to have it finished in the spring. Officials are still working on a name. Still ahead, winning is a tradition in a Lamar, Missouri family. We're going to meet the family member who's looking to keep that tradition going. And later, why COVID-19 is driving up demand for tents in the St. Louis area. The Lamar Tigers claimed their 13th consecutive football district championship on Friday night, beating Sarcoxy 53-6. Lamar now moves on to face Mountain View Liberty in the state quarterfinals this Saturday. In last Friday's game, Lamar quarterback Case Tucker rushed for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns while throwing for 83 yards and another score. Tucker is aiming to finish off a state championship run in his senior year like his 2 brothers before him. His brother, JT, won state as a senior back in 2013, while his other brother, Tripp, did the same in 2014.
I try not to think about it because to me it's more than all the pressure. It's just about coming out here with all our brothers and just having fun playing football.
There's a lot of similarities. You can kind of, every day I get to see a little bit of Tripp, a little bit of JT in Case, and that's kind of fun to see. Looking back as me as playing with his older brothers and then also getting to coach him.
That's right. The Lamar head coach Jared Beshore played with both of Case's brothers at Lamar High School. We're going to have more on this story, this remarkable story, tonight at 10. The Foster Closet, a nonprofit based out of Columbus, Kansas, is holding its 3rd annual Christmas present giveaway. The organization collects clothing, shoes, sports equipment, and other items for children entering foster care. All of the items in their 2,300-foot facility are provided to the foster kids free of charge.
And we have everything foster kids need when they come into care. Sometimes they don't come into care with very much. Sometimes literally the clothes that are on their back. And so it allows us to give them things that are theirs as they have a lot of uncertainty in their life. So they can come pick out underwear, socks, shoes, jeans, coats, sports gear if they're into sports. Wow. We have everything that they need as they adjust to their new foster family.
Even during this pandemic, they've been able to provide items to more than 200 children. This year, they've set up a Christmas wish list on Amazon for their giveaway. A little bit later, results of our Instapoll on how many people have made Thanksgiving plans, plus St. Louis business owners prepare for new COVID-19 restrictions.
Plus, we'll keep mild and dry for the next several days. We'll look at that and our next chance for rain on the other side. Stay. After a chilly end of the weekend, it was certainly nice to see temperatures turn mild again as we get the new work week and school week underway. Granted, we had to get past another cold start this morning, with most of us bottoming out in the middle to upper 30s, but a nice rebound because of a good wind throughout the day out of the west and southwest and plenty of dry air. It's no wonder we hit 67 today easily at Joplin Regional. We'll have to go through another cold night ahead of us, but we have some more quiet and dry days taking us through tomorrow all the way through Friday. And not only that, temperatures will stay mild as well. A couple more days in the 60s before we go into the lower 70s for Thursday and Friday as the weekend gets going. Then we'll turn our attention to our next storm system with rain chances ready to work back in as we go deeper into the weekend. In the meantime, though, no rain. In fact, no clouds for that matter, especially over Joplin right now. Clear skies at 57. It got chilly fast once we got past sunset with that calm breeze and the dew point. Looking really dry at 28 degrees. Thankfully, that's not an indication of how cold it's going to get tonight, but with this dry air in place, we are seeing temperatures not only ready to turn cold tonight, but chilly already at 54 in Pittsburgh, 56 in Seneca, while we're sitting at 57 in Diamond. Outlying areas outside of the Joplin area, we have a couple of areas near 60 like Chanute, Fredonia, Independence, but everyone's mainly in the 50s now, as long as that breeze that was strong during the day, in fact out of the southwest at 15 to 25, that breeze has lightened up now, and as a result of that, it's no wonder we are going to continue to drop quite a bit throughout the course of the evening. Back near 50 quickly by 8 o'clock, 43 by midnight. Mid to upper 30s once again for tonight, but again, we will keep things quiet once again with no big storm systems in the immediate area. A quick front to the north. It's going to try to sink to the south tomorrow, but as long as we're still on the warm side of that front, we're not going to see any threatening weather at all. No cooler air working in for tomorrow. This is the next front that will make a run for us, though. Still out in the Pacific, but that's the system by the weekend that'll bring rain chances back in. Until we can get that upper low in the Gulf of Alaska to bring that front our way, it's all about this upper level ridge. Even though it's centered over Mexico, this is what's going to keep us dry and mild throughout much of the week. So we will see another mild day tomorrow. We just got to get past another quiet but cold night ahead of us under clear skies and a lighter breeze out of the east eventually at 5 to 10. That will drop overnight lows to about 38, and you can see looking nice again throughout the day tomorrow. A southeast breeze, a lighter breeze means we quickly go to 60 by noon. Joplin topping out around 64 tomorrow. In general, though, everyone's fair game, going back into the lower to middle 60s. So no matter where you are, we'll enjoy another mild and mostly sunny day for tomorrow. And we'll just do it again for Wednesday and all the way through Friday, as long as we're still under the influence of this upper level ridge. It's, again, not until we hit Saturday and Sunday going into the weekend that this next upper low brings that front through. That is when we'll see our next best shot for any rain chances as we start the Thanksgiving week ahead of us. Let's say 64 tomorrow, 68 on your Wednesday, a pair of 72s for Thursday and Friday. All those days staying dry. Then 70 on Saturday as the rain chances pick up. Then we'll be falling through the day on Sunday and back into the chill, but dry by Monday down.
Yeah, we knew the chill would have to return eventually, but boy, in the meantime, it's a nice stretch of weather there.
Yeah, lucking out with pretty good temps.
I guess so, thanks. Hey, still ahead, tents and outdoor heaters are becoming more popular in the St. Louis area as restaurants prepare for a new round of COVID-19 restrictions. COVID-19 related restrictions in the St. Louis area are causing runs on some products. But this time, it's not toilet paper, it's tents and outdoor heaters. Reporter Emma Hogg has that story.
The thought of losing your business can be devastating to employees and the owner.
Less than 48 hours before the indoor dining ban takes effect in St. Louis County, restaurant owners are scrambling. Tents now seen as a lifeline to keep lights on and employees on the payroll.
I think that emotions are running higher this time around.
At Pinot and Clayton, manager Danielle Zavradinos ordered this tent in their parking lot weeks ago and is still waiting on a second one. She had no idea just how crucial they'd be come mid-November.
People are actually clamoring to get inside the tent. It's a way for them to feel safe being in an outdoor space, but also still have some shelter from the elements.
We're basically almost out of everything now.
Paul Belmont with Belmont Party Rentals says tent rentals are soaring. The demand from country clubs and restaurants causing weeks of delays at the manufacturing level.
The problem is buying the inventory. The sidewalls I've had to buy is 3 weeks to get them in from the manufacturer. The propane heaters, mushroom forced air, you can't get those anymore.
So we jumped on it right away. We ordered tent, siding, heaters, everything.
Aaron Teitelbaum owns Herbie's in Clayton and ordered his tent months ago. Now he can seat 40 customers on his patio, but his other friends in the industry aren't as lucky.
Some of our friends have struggled to get it. Now it's not about if they'll get it, it's when, and will it be too late.
Most tents enclosed with heaters can keep spaces at a comfortable and constant 72 degrees. County Executive Sam Page's office says tents with sides are allowed but are approved on a case-by-case basis. Each space must meet airflow and social distancing requirements.
It's been absolutely instrumental in helping to maintain our business practice.
But will it be enough? Owners say only time will tell.
Again, that was Emma Hogg reporting. A final check on the KOAM News Now Instapoll and the weather next. Take a moment to honor a local veteran of the U.S. Army. Arma, Kansas native Captain Michael Fields led more than 200 combat patrols and was recognized for excellence in getting convoys through urban areas of Iraq. Captain Michael Fields, a four-state hero. Going to get a final look at tonight's KOAM News Now Instapoll. Again, we've been asking, have you made your Thanksgiving plan yet? 78% say yes, 22% say no. The poll is now closed. Thanks for participating. If 2020 had a scent, what would it smell like? Well, one company thinks it has the answer and has made it into a candle. The Novelty Company says the candle has 4 layers, hand sanitizer and banana bread, along with woody musk, a nod to the popularity of lockdown DIY. And finally, the smell of cheap aftershave and an earthy essence dedicated to the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic, star of the Netflix docuseries. The smells clearly do not complement each other, but hey, 2020 was pretty off kilter too, so the company says it's fitting. I'm not sure everybody wants to remember 2020, but if you do, you have this candle.
Or another deal with 4 scents in one candle.
No. Maybe, if it's layered, I guess it's only one at a time. I don't know. All right, the weather.
Yeah, but more mild weather, we can certainly tolerate it. We've got some more days of that ahead. 64 tomorrow, upper 60s Wednesday, lower 70s Thursday and Friday.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.